Can you start off with your name, please?
My name is Brewin.
And what is your occupation?
I'm a clinical scientist.
And how long have you been in that role?
I've been a clinical scientist. I started clinical science in 1999 as a trainee NHS. They do a training program where you do a part-time master's for 2 years. You get 3-year contracts and you do three different placements for 6 months in different areas. I did nuclear medicine, MRI and ultrasound. So after 3 years you get a diploma and an MSc. And then I got my first job as a clinical scientist, and I did research in ultrasound for 10 years and did a PhD. And then I changed to lasers, and I've been in lasers for a year.
Okay. What made you go into your profession?
It's a good question. I kind of ended up on the circuitous route. My first degree was physics. I've got medicine in my family. My father's a doctor and my grandfather's a doctor and several cousins are doctors. It's a very medical family, so I've always been interested in medicine. But I didn't do medicine itself because I didn't like needles. So I found out that there was a route of medical physics, and it was an up-and-coming profession, and I got lucky and got on the training program and haven't looked back since. Really, I still enjoy physics, and everyone loves a physicist apparently. But I particularly enjoy the medical side of it.
Okay, so where are you working now?
I work at the Salisbury District Hospital in Wiltshire.
So why have you came to the BBA?
Well, yeah, like I said, I've moved out of. I took a job in lasers, so I wanted to move out of London, and when I started, so I work in the laser clinic in Salisbury, which has always had quite a strong association with the burns unit historically. So I got a job in the laser clinic working lasers, and a part of my job description is to carry out research in the burns unit. And when I met with the plastic surgeons, I said to them, you know, what do you want me to research? And they immediately said hypertrophic scarring. So I started looking into hypertrophic scarring and wrote a review paper on the use of pulsed dye laser to prevent or treat hypertrophic scarring at an early stage with scar maturation. And I'm putting together a grant application to do a proper study on the use of pulsed dye laser in hypertrophic scarring. So I've developed an interest in scarring, and I'm presenting a paper here. I presented a poster here on silver dressings. It was a very small little thing, but I was interested to come here and see about scarring and wave the banner of the laser.
Okay, and have you learned anything more about scarring?
Well, there's just the lecture just now on that. I'm still learning quite a lot about the sort of all the other research techniques and the more medical, pharmaceutical sort of approaches and the genetic approaches. Because I'm not very, my knowledge isn't great in that, so I'm having to learn fast all the acronyms involved. But yes, I've learned a little more about scarring, but I've also learned a lot about other things that I've done. And it's great to be at BBA because I think there's a definite feeling of common good here, and the people that are involved in burns care really do care. You know, they're very passionate about it, and passion is a great thing.
Yeah. So have you enjoyed your time here at the BBA this year?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, yeah. I've learned a little bit. I've met a few people, and it's a good conference. You know, I've been to a lot of conferences, and before I started in this role, the conferences I used to go to were much more scientific, physics, laboratory, experimental based. So very scientific, you know. Whereas here, it's a lot more multidisciplinary with, you know, a lot of the nurses. And so, yeah, it's much more interesting in that way.
Yeah.
I've kind of had enough of pure science.
Yeah. And that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.